Let me tell you a little story about the Russian sleep experiment. Back in the 1940s, when the Soviet Union was in control of Russia and many other parts of Eastern Europe, many horrific experiments took place throughout Russia. Like mad scientists, their cruelty in these experiments would have broken many human rights and animal rights we have today. This brings us to the Russian sleep experiment. A group of Soviet researchers placed 5 political prisoners in a gas chamber and continuously administered a stimulant with the idea of keeping them awake for 30 days. The prisoners acted normally the first few days, until one day one of the prisoners started screaming horrifically. When the scientists came to investigate, the other prisoners had covered the windows of the chamber with their own feces, not allowing the researchers to look inside. After that, everything went quiet again for the next few days. After 14 days, the scientists decided to stop administering the stimulant, and upon checking on the prisoners, the 4 survivors had been found to have self-mutilated, including ripping out their own organs and tearing away their muscles. Upon examination, they were found to have some kind of superhuman ability which allowed them to survive their lethal wounds. 3 died shortly after, with the one remaining stating that he himself is an inherent evil inside the human mind that is kept in check by the act of sleeping. Which brings us here today. I plan on trying this experiment for 7 days to see if this claim is true. That's night number 1 complete. As you can see, sun's come up. So only 6 more to go. How do I feel? I'm tired, but I'm not destroyed. I mean, I feel I could handle this. I know that usually after the second night of sleep, that's when things get a little weird. Alright, I'll tell you, it's been a long 36 hours now, no sleep. I've actually arranged a phone call with a medical professional to answer some of our questions regarding sleep deprivation, the dangers, the risks, and long-term effects. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a call now. So I just wanted to ask you a couple questions. As I've told you about a bit ago, I'm doing a documentary on sleep deprivation, basically. Couple questions. First, I wanted to, just so we get an idea, how long have you been in the medical field? What exactly did you do?
I was a registered nurse and a nursing supervisor for 39 years.
All right, well, that sounds like I come to the right place then. Okay, first question I'd have is, what are the risks? What can be expected with sleep deprivation going on from about 3 days onwards up to about a week?
Well, the longer it goes on, the more you slow down. Your mind doesn't function as well. Your thinking becomes confused. You end up not being able to do anything. In the worst case scenario, you can go into a psychosis. Okay.
And how many days without sleep would you imagine it would take to start hitting psychosis?
About 3 or 4 days, often in the intensive care unit, because patients are woken up every couple of hours to have invasive treatments and stuff done. If they're really critically injured, there is a illness known as intensive care psychosis, and that is caused by sleep deprivation.
Oh. How long do you think a person could survive without sleeping?
eating and drinking normally, they could survive probably about 2 weeks, but they would not be in their right mind at the end of it.
14 days. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I looked it up. They said the longest a person has ever gone without sleeping was 11 days, but they ended up dying afterwards. Okay. Do you believe it's possible to stay awake for a week straight without the aid of someone trying to keep you up, or do you think your body would just force you into sleep?
Your body would totally shut down unless someone was forcing you to do it. After a couple of days, your body would just give up.
Okay, so without the use of stimulants or any kind of person keeping you awake, your body would just put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know. All right. Well, thank you so much for answering a couple of these questions for me. I really appreciate your time. And
Okay.
yeah, no, thank you. So, by the sound of it, it doesn't sound too promising that I will be able to stay up for 7 whole days on my own without the aid of some kind of stimulant or somebody keeping me awake. But I will find a way to manage, and I have Olivia here to help me through this. So I guess night 2 is upon us. Whose bright idea was this again? Alright, so I have a professional in the psychiatric industry that's about to FaceTime me and talk to me about psychosis. I believe I might be going through a minor form of it right now. I definitely feel really slow and my whole face is tingling and I just feel like everything's rocking back and forth. But she's gonna go ahead and call and talk to me a little bit about what can be expected, some causes and things to look out for. Let's do this. Hey Cody, thanks for giving me a ring all the way from the States. Quick question for you before I ask you a couple questions regarding psychosis. First off, could you tell me what you practice in the, like, what your occupation is in the medical field, as well as how long you've been doing it for?
Yes, I'm a registered nurse, and I've been in nursing for 17 years, and my primary day job consists of working with people that have all types of mental issues, ranging from drug and alcohol abuse all the way up to people that would have things that you'd be more like aware of, such as like schizophrenic people with borderline personality disorders, a lot of psych cases here, as well as, like I said, drug and alcohol rehab.
All right, perfect. Then I believe I've come to the right person here for these questions as well. So what I was wondering was, first off, what exactly is psychosis and some certain symptoms of it?
So in some of the information that we were discussing, psychosis is going to be a ranging number of symptoms, things ranging from physical symptoms to things, that I was sending you, such as hearing noises, seeing things that aren't there, a type of weird feeling that people get over their body. It's going to be things such as people getting insomnia that they don't normally have, memory issues, focus issues, trouble making decisions, right down to like the scarier things where people are, seeing bugs crawling on them. It's any, unnatural symptom away from their current like baseline cognitive state, I guess is the best way to explain it. And I mean, these are classic things that happen when people deprive themselves of sleep. I mean, these symptoms can start as soon as 24 hours of, sleep deprivation.
Do you believe that there could be any long-lasting effects from me staying awake for 7 days straight?
My own opinion is no. I don't believe that there's going to be any permanent long-term effects. There are studies where people have tried to say that long-term sleep deprivation, can cause all these horrible things. But I think a period of 7 days, and being that you're younger and generally healthy, your body should rebound and you shouldn't have any like long-lasting effects from doing the experiment.
All right, that's good to know. All right, well, I want to say thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I really appreciate it. Especially the fact that, you actually called me all the way from the U.S., so that's absolutely awesome.
Anytime. I'm glad that I could help you.
It's like mentally painful. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's mentally painful to stay awake this long. It hurts. I'm having like these weird images, like you don't see them with your eyes. It's like I see them with my head, and like I'll snap out of it and I'll know that it wasn't real. But I like saw it clearly, but I didn't actually see it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, point is, this is torture. This is literal torture. And I got several more nights to go. So today was a weird day. I thought somebody shot me right here. And I thought I saw like a little bit of blood on my hand, but there wasn't. Anyway, that went on till about 3 in the afternoon today. And I realized now it didn't happen. It was all right here. Does not sleeping bring out some kind of evil? Say evil? Maybe you're the devil? I don't know. Is the devil here talking to me through my radio? Just say the devil, please. If you're really the devil, you say I'm the devil. There it was. You just said I'm the devil. What are you doing in my radio? Are you inside me? Just say inside if you're inside me. Behind? Babe, it's happened again. For some reason, my hand keeps cramping up. And she has to undo it for me. Just hold it there for a sec. I researched this earlier. Apparently it's lack of electrolytes. I guess I'm not drinking enough fluid or something. Alright. Thank you.